Hi friends, so we have got the last part of this poem. And I, infinitesimal being, drunk with the great starry void, likeness, image of mystery, felt myself a pure part of the abyss. I wheeled with the stars, my heart broke loose on the wind. So this is the end result of the power of imagination. What is the end result? You are being lifted on the wings of viewless poesy. Wings of viewless poesy, it is an expression used by the great English romantic poet John Keats. And where are you? You float, you move, you swim among the stars, the planets, and the infinite space. The abyss, immeasurable space. So that means your imagination, power of imagination is greater than or immeasurable than the immeasurable space. Human imagination. And so he says, and I, the poet says, I became an infinitesimal being, a very small creature, less than an atom. When I drunk with the great starry void, drunk with means when I came to know of the great starry void, that is the great space where the stars move and twinkle. It is likeness, an image of mystery. That starry void, that infinite space is an image of mystery. Something that you cannot understand. Then what happened to me? Felt myself a pure part of the abyss. When I was gifted with the power of imagination, I became part of that immeasurable space. What does that mean? I became part of it means I merged myself. I became one with that infinite space. But my power of imagination is greater than that. The starry void is a mystery, but the power of imagination is a greater mystery. Because it goes beyond that. Next line, I wheeled with the stars. My heart broke loose on the winds. There's no limit. The power of imagination has no limit. The power of a poet has no limit. The power of poetry has no limit. Understand that? That is why the poem is like this. Written, some lines are 3 words, some 2 words, some 1 word. Why? Because now he is structureless. He is not limited by a structure. The poet is not limited by a structure, so the product has to be structureless. And that is what we find here in this poem. It looks like that, but at the same time there is an order. There is a method in that structurelessness. As we find in King Lear, method in madness. What kind of a madness is that? There is a method in madness, in King Lear's madness. So do here, there is a method in this structurelessness. You may look at it like this. What is this? 1 word, 2 word, 3 word, why no comma, nothing of that. Somewhere there, at times you will find a comma and think, what is this? Oh, it is the great power of imagination, which we common people cannot understand. We don't have, it is said that poets have got the 6th sense, 7th sense. We have only 5 senses. So we cannot understand these things. How many people might have seen a mango falling? But only a poet could see, a poet could create a beautiful poem looking at that particular events. Anganattai maavil ninnu aditya palam veeliyir. So that poem. What is the immediate context of what is that poem? A mango falling. A ripe mango falling. How many times you have picked up ripe mangoes and eaten? never thought of writing a line. But poets are like that. You got the point. So there you are. So what has happened to the poet? The transformation from an ordinary common person, common man, to transform to a person with a powerful imagination. And when you are gifted with this, summoned by the poetic muse, what will happen? You are no more an ordinary person. You wheel with the stars, and your imagination, power of imagination, travels even beyond the space, the immeasurable space. So that's why the great poems, great novels. I don't know whether you have come across the name Longinus. Longinus on the Sublime, he has written it's an observation about how valuable literature is. Many great works of art, you feel like going to that again and again and again, never get bored. Why? Because it is the product of imagination that is beyond, that travels even beyond the immeasurable space that we think of. And that is this poetry. So what is poetry? And what is two things happen to the poet. One, when he saw the immeasurable space, he became part of it. He merged with that, and then what happened is, he started wheeling with the stars. This is what are two things. When he becomes part of the space, he understands how small is he, and then he moved with the stars. His company is not mortals, but he is in the company of stars, celestial bodies. This is what happens to a poet. The transformation from a common man to a poet or a creative writer. I will read the simplified version for you. Okay? So here you are, the poet stood at the threshold of the universe. Compared to the vast universe, he felt himself to be the smallest of creatures, infinitesimal being. He felt himself to be a part of the infinite space, the starry void, the mystery that is the universe, the unfathomable abyss. There he wheeled with the stars, a sense of being that loose on the wind. The viewless wings of poesy had taken him on a trip among the celestial bodies. What a beautiful imagination. So that is the reason why I once told you, the great romantic poet Shelley said, poets are the legislators of the world. Poets are not, they are not of a time, of a people, of a country, but they are of the universe. They are part of the universe. Hope you understand. We will continue with this in questions and answers in the next class. Till then, bye. Have a nice time. Take care.